Today the Corrigan hurdle opened up proceedings and the popular pick was With a Vengeance at 9-4, and yesterday it was a big welcome back to the accurate one, Bill Collins.
The jump, away they go. Malabard began well in an even break for the lead. In fact, the sixth of them almost in line going to the first obstacle. Whippet on the outside has gone across to lead. From With a Vengeance and Malabard, Fair Creature the outside of D'Angelo, and they're followed then by Rapelco. And Island Sun dropped out to last. Whippet galloping extravagantly, led about 3 lengths over the second obstacle. He's going like an Oakley plater and fighting for his head. With a Vengeance settled down second as they come to the third, and the leader Whippet over at about 10 lengths already in front of With a Vengeance. Then 3 lengths away Fair Creature, 2.5 lengths further back Malabard. On the outside of it there at this stage would be D'Angelo, 2 lengths to Rapelco and about 4 to Island Sun. Going to the 2000, Whippet's 15 or 20 lengths in front. I don't know how long he'll keep going. With a Vengeance second, 3 lengths away Fair Creature, then 4 lengths to Malabard, 1 to D'Angelo with its ears scrubbed off, Rapelco getting up inside it, and 3 lengths to Island Sun. Over that one, and Whippet hit it behind, led 15 lengths to With a Vengeance, 3 lengths to Fair Creature, 4 to Malabard, 1.5 lengths Rapelco on the inside of D'Angelo, and 5 lengths to Island Sun. Whippet about 15 in front, going to the hurdle near the mile. Oh, he put in a shorty, but got over it well from With a Vengeance. About 3 lengths to Fair Creature, 4 to Malabard. 1.5 lengths further back Rapelco. D'Angelo still being hard ridden on the outside, and last of all Island Sun. Whippet led to the next. Oh, he crashed into that one. There's still about 8 lengths in front of With a Vengeance. 2 to Fair Creature, 3 or 4 to Malabard. 1.5 lengths Rapelco on the inside of D'Angelo, and about 4 to Island Sun. Here's the jump past the 1400. Whippet over at about 6 lengths to With a Vengeance, 1.5 lengths Fair Creature, 3 to Malabard, 1 length to Rapelco, 1 length further back D'Angelo, who hasn't travelled well, and 4 to Island Sun. Over the next, and Whippet's only about 3 or 4 in front of With a Vengeance, 1 to Fair Creature. Rapelco moved up quickly next, 1.5 lengths Rapelco, 1 away D'Angelo, he'd want to be Iron Horse, and about 6 to Island Sun. They've got, oh, Rapelco's gone. He was bolting forth, he's gone and interfering with D'Angelo. And the leader Whippet only 1/2 length to Fair Creature has gone up to put With a Vengeance in a pocket. 4 lengths to Malabard. D'Angelo's under the whip next, and then Island Sun. They come to the 600 with only 2 to jump. Fair Creature on the outside and Whippet together. Now With a Vengeance has been eased from behind them to go up and join the leaders. 3 lengths away, D'Angelo still plodding on under great pressure, and then Malabard. But With a Vengeance has taken the lead as they turn for home. Quickly dashed away from Fair Creature, then Whippet on the outside of them, then is D'Angelo under the whip, but With a Vengeance clear over the last, crashed through it. From in second placing is Fair Creature, and they were followed further back by D'Angelo. Rapelco's still up there about third, but With a Vengeance has only got to jump the last. He does that. He's got it won. In second placing, Fair Creature, and then came D'Angelo further back in the field, Whippet. But in the run home, With a Vengeance scores by about 4 lengths. Fair Creature second, another 4 or 5 lengths to D'Angelo. Then came Whippet, Malabard, and last to finish in the race was Island Sun.
With a Vengeance at 9-4, taking out the opening race on the card from Fair Creature at 10s, D'Angelo 11-4, and Rapelco was certainly going to be in the finish when it lots its rider over there at about the 1,000 metre mark. In the second, the Mollison Stakes over 1,100 metres. The popular pick here, Roman Laurel at 10-9.
They're racing, they've jumped immediately. Roman Laurel bounced away on the inside. Bells are calling very slow to begin. And when they settle down into stride now, is a good battle for the lead. Inertia, Red Power and Smoky Fox have gone up to hit the front with Intrigue. Roman Laurel settles in behind them on the inside. Bravura over on the outside of them. Then Crescent Racing, Greenlee, Camdana Boy, Bells are calling, making up some ground from Rostrata, and Suave Sovereign last. At the 500 now, Inertia on the inside is just the leader. Bells are calling has gone from last now to join them. Over on the inside of them is Bravura, handy with Smoky Fox. Roman Laurel, he's got a bit boxed in. He's trying to get up on the inside here of Inertia. They're followed on the outside of them by Intrigue, looking for room, and then Camdana Boy and Rostrata. With about 300 to go, it's still on the inside, Inertia in front. From Bells are calling, Roman Laurel is struggling, and then Bravura, but with 200 to go now, Roman Laurel's rider went for the whip. He's answering the challenge very quickly, races up to Inertia, and Roman Laurel's now coming away in the run home. He's going to win it well by a little more than the length to Inertia. 4 lengths away, Bravura third, from Bells are calling, then Intrigue. It was followed behind them Suave Sovereign, and then Red Power, Camdana Boy and Rostrata. Crescent is well back in the field, and last to finish Smoky Fox.
Only 0.6 of a second outside the track record there, and Roman Laurel winning his first race, but he's always showed a lot of potential. 10 to 9 in favourite. Inertia second at 6 to 1, and Brave Era third at 16 to 1. In the Charles Grimes handicap, the third over 2,500 metres, pretty ordinary field. The favourite Stop Snoozing at 2s.
A bit toey. They've jumped well. And Stop Snoozing actually the first out from on the outside, Reject. They were followed then by Pearlek, and in the centre Brixen, followed by Firewatch, Palooka and Opaque Star last. Stop Snoozing in front past the judge the first time. The favourite a length in front of, on the outside, going up into second place, Brixen. 1.5 to Pearlek. Reject is fourth, and then Firewatch a half to Palooka, and 2 lengths Opaque Star. Heading towards the 2,000 metres, and Stop Snoozing in front, a length and a half to Brixen, and a length and a half further back Pearlek. A half to Reject, 1 further back then on the inside came Firewatch, half a length to Palooka, and about 3 lengths to Opaque Star. Stop Snoozing fighting for his head as they go to the 1,800, about 2 lengths in front. Second in on the outside, Brixen, and 1 to Pearlek, a length and a half Reject, 1 to Firewatch, a half to Palooka, and about 8 lengths away last Opaque Star. Heading to the 1,600, and the favourite Stop Snoozing in front, wanting to go faster, a length and a half clear of Brixen, and a half to Pearlek the rails, a length and a half Reject, then 2 lengths away Firewatch, a neck to Palooka, and about 6 lengths away Opaque Star. 1,400 out, and the leader Stop Snoozing. Led about a length and a half, travelling a little more kindly now. Second still on the outside is Brixen, a length and a half Pearlek, and a half on its outside Reject. 2 lengths to Palooka over on the outside of Firewatch, and about 10 or 12 lengths to Opaque Star. Past the 1,200, Stop Snoozing only a half length now to Brixen, going up on the outside of it. 2 lengths to Reject, who's covering Pearlek. 2 lengths to Palooka. Firewatch feeling the strain, and 10 lengths to Opaque Star. 1,000 out, Stop Snoozing and Brixen together, 1.5 to Reject, and on the inside Pearlek, 1.5 to Palooka, and then 3 lengths Firewatch, and 6 to Opaque Star. Stop Snoozing and Brixen together at the 800, a length and a half Pearlek hard ridden, Reject being niggled at, and Palooka about to be hooked 3 deep, 6 lengths away Firewatch, and Opaque Star's catching it in last placing. 600 out on the corner, Stop Snoozing trying to lead throughout with Brixen hard ridden outside it. They're followed by Reject moving up now 3 deep to join the leaders. Then came Pearlek, Palooka, and down the outside Opaque Star. Stop Snoozing, the first horse, beaten as Reject took the lead. Palooka, however, is coming at it quickly on the outside, and they're followed by Opaque Star under the whip. Reject just the leader. Palooka's drawn to it with 200 to go. They're clear of Pearlek, Brixen, and Opaque Star. Palooka got about a head in front. Reject on the inside can't do any better, and Palooka starting to draw away, and Palooka a neck in front with 100 to go is coming away from Reject. Palooka wins a half length to Reject. 5 lengths away third Brixen. It was followed by Pearlek. Next was Opaque Star. Stop Snoozing has run second last, and Firewatch last.
Good staying performance by Palooka at 3 to 1 in the third race at Flemington to beat Reject at 5s, Brixen at 8s, and Stop Snoozing the favourite, finishing well back at 2 to 1. In the Riverside Welter, race 4 on the card, the favourite here, Sabre Tayeb, at 11 to 4, and amazing odds on offer about the top weight, Todd Wilkes.
Racing. Todd Wilkes first out with Don Byrne from Calenza, followed by Triple Try, and then Never Late Sir Agrafo. Back towards the rear is Sabre Tayeb, and they were followed by Cordelia, and last of all is Live Albert. At the 1,400, Todd Wilkes out in his favourite role, 2 lengths to Don Byrne, 2.5 Calenza and a neck Never Late. 2 further back Triple Try, a half Sabre Tayeb, 2 lengths Cordelia, and 2 to Live Albert, and last Sir Agrafo. At the 1,200, and Todd Wilkes is going to split this field up. He's 3 lengths to Don Byrne, 5 lengths to Calenza, a neck to Never Late, 2 lengths further back then Triple Try and Sabre Tayeb, 3 lengths then to Cordelia, length Live Albert, and 2 to Sir Agrafo. Don Byrne's keeping in touch with this leader, Todd Wilkes, going to the 900. Todd Wilkes 2 lengths to Don Byrne, 4 lengths Calenza, a neck Never Late, a length and a half then came Sabre Tayeb outside Triple Try, 2 to Live Albert. Phil packing up a little, he's giving the leader a spell, then Cordelia, and last Sir Agrafo. 650 out on the corner, and the leader Todd Wilkes only a length to Don Byrne, a length and a half Calenza and Never Late the outside, 2 to Sabre Tayeb, Triple Try, and Live Albert to the outside of Cordelia. Todd Wilkes tackled by Don Byrne as soon as they turned for home, and Calenza's got up on the inside, then Never Late to the outside, clear of Sabre Tayeb, but Todd Wilkes finding plenty, led a length and a half again with 300 to go, kicked away from Calenza, Never Late down the outside under the whip, but Todd Todd Wilkes has got a big break. He's drawn away 2.5 in front, holding them easily. Calenza is second, and then Sabre Tayab coming home when it's all over. But Todd Wilkes wins by 3 lengths to Calenza. Sabre Tayab flashing home for third, followed by Don Byrne and Never Late. Good Gap, Triple Try, Cordelia, Live Albert second last, and last home Sir Agrafo.
Well, he's a great performer anywhere, Todd Wilkes, but especially at Flemington. He loves the course at 4-1, defeating the 10-1 Pop Calenza, and Sabre Tayab running on to get third at 11-4. Well, the big race of the day was the Debonair Stakes, race 5, the clash of the top 3-year-olds, and True Version was the favourite at even money.
Racing, True Version began quickly over near the inside. Baptised about a length behind the leaders early. Caledonian Boy working to the lead now. Rajput going with it from True Version third. On the outside, Eastern Classic, Wonder Farristan, and they were followed then by Red Opaque and Baptised. A length further back, Lord Melwood. A couple further back, Solar Aspect, Metric Turmoil, and then came Irish Lover and Epicenter. At the 1,000, Rajput the leader, 1.5 lengths, Caledonian Boy, 2.5 lengths further back, Eastern Classic, 3 parts then to True Version. A half to Farristan, and then a length to Baptised, the inside from Red Opaque, a length further back then Lord Melwood. Next, Irish Lover, followed by Solar Aspect, Metric Turmoil and Epicenter. Near the turn here they race here, and the leader is Rajput, 2.5 lengths Caledonian Boy. A similar gap then to True Version inside Eastern Classic, and then Red Opaque at the head of the others from Baptised. Into the straight, Rajput about 1.5 lengths Caledonian Boy, 1.5 lengths True Version, locked in on the fence from Eastern Classic, and then Baptised trying to get out. Rajput at the 400 led from Caledonian Boy. Gouchy's out on True Version now, then Baptised followed by Rajput and Farristan. Caledonian Boy hit the front. True Version coming at him at the 200, and they're followed by Farristan. True Version gradually getting to Caledonian Boy. He won't give in, Caledonian Boy. He's ahead in front. True Version trying hard. Caledonian Boy. He's won it, Caledonian Boy, I reckon. A nose to True Version. About 4 lengths away in third place, Baptised, and they were followed then by Farristan. Next, Eastern Classic, Red Opaque. They were followed then by the head of the others, Lord Melwood, Metric Turmoil. Rajput further back, a long gap to Epicenter. Last of all in the field, Irish Lover, and next to last is Solar Aspect.
Well, you can't take anything away from the winner, Caledonian Boy, who won that race on his merits at 4-1. True Version, every chance, may have been just short of 1 run at even money, and Baptised got into a bit of strife before the turn, and his run to get into third placing was excellent at 4-1, but we've got 3 very good 3-year-olds there. In the Talindert quality, race 6 over 1,100 metres, here the Colin Hayes trained pair looked like fighting it out, and Rory's Twig was the favourite at 11-8.
Racing. Oh, Rory's Twig jumped fast and knuckled at the start, lost about a half length only. Garland of Roses and Awkward away well, so is Dream of Kingston, and Rory's Twig's gone up quickly to join them. Gold Vintage was next, and they were followed then by Marmalita, and on the outside of those horses then Persian Velvet, and Serene is last at this stage with Mania. Coming down by the 600, Garland of Roses next to the rails with Dream of Kingston and Rory's Twig out 3 deep, the leaders. Then Phoenix Miss and Orchid just behind them, followed by Gold Vintage. Then came Mania, followed by Marmalita, Persian Velvet and Serene. At the 500 onto the course proper now, and Garland of Roses drifting off the fences, left room for Orchid to go through with Dream of Kingston and Rory's Twig, nearly a line of 4. Gold Vintage behind them. It's the leader still, Garland of Roses. He's had to go for it. Orchid can't go on. Rory's Twig coming at it now. The 2 stablemates are going to fight it out. I think Rory's Twig's going home a bit better. Drew level with Garland of Roses and took the lead with 100 to go. Then Gold Vintage and Orchid, and Rory's Twig kept going. Hands and Heels will win. 3 parts of a length to Garland of Roses. Close for third. Maybe Gold Vintage nosed Orchid out of third placing at about 6 or 7 lengths away. Then Serene. They're followed by Marmalita. Next is Dream of Kingston. Well back in the field, Mania, and a good gap to Persian Velvet and Phoenix Miss.
It's quite an impressive win by Rory's Twig, but she won't be set for the big spring or autumn races this year because trainer Colin Hayes feels that she is just a little immature. 11-8 favourite. Garland of Roses 9-4 and Gold Vintage at 15-1. The Chester Manifold Stakes was race 7 over 1,400 metres, and first up from a spell, Lord of Camelot, the favourite at 9-4.
Racing. Jumped in a beautiful line too. Bletchway might be the early leader. Yasuk got away quite well, and so did Keepers the outside from Lord of Camelot and then Navajo Tradition. They were followed then behind those horses by Carline Ben, High Board, Bullion Broker, Rather Risque, Globe Trotter, Arctic Lord second last, Nikea at the rear. At the 1100 now, and racing around them, Navajo Tradition, 3 lengths to Keepers, a length and a half High Board Yasuk, and splitting the pair is Lord of Camelot. 3 lengths to Bletchway, has got a fair way back from Bullion Broker, Carlisle Ben, and then about 3 lengths to Globe Trotter, Ikea to the outside of Rather Risque, and last of all Arctic Lord. 800 to go, and the leader still bowling along in front here at this stage, Navajo Tradition. Keepers has gone up to his girth though on the outside, a length Yasuk the rails. Lord of Camelot in the centre, and out wide is High Board. Ikea's made a fast run around them. Bletchway snookered on the inside with Bullion Broker, and Globetrotter hard ridden, making a bit of ground. Keepers got to Navajo Tradition. Lord of Camelot's in the clear if he's good enough, and wider out Ikea and Globetrotter with 300 to go. Lord of Camelot tackling Keepers, who's got a length on him, however. They're followed by High Board and Bullion Broker. Keepers a half length in front. Lord of Camelot's doing nothing much now. Here's Globetrotter down the outside, and Carlisle Ben with a big run. It's Carlisle Ben and Globetrotter swooping the leaders on the line, and Carlisle Ben wins it from Globetrotter. Bullion Broker got up for third, just in front of Lord of Camelot and Keepers. Then Bletchway, followed by Arctic Lord, Ikea, Rather Risque, Navajo Tradition next from High Board, and last to home was Yasuk.
Nice to see Robbie Heffernan back in the winner's circle, and that was one of the late mail from Newsworld on Friday night. Carlisle Ben at the big odds of 10 to 1, Globetrotter 5 to 1, Bullion Broker 9 to 2, and Lord of Camelot needed the run at 9 to 4. In the lucky last, Bon Papi, the popular pick at 13 to 8.
Racing now. Vesterberg missed it a length or two at the start, and Lisa Bay was slowly away also. Great battle for the early lead. Miss Munda, one of the early leaders now, when they settled down with Toot Soul. Bit of a star, and Bon Papi racing up to share the lead, settling down, and then 2 lengths away came Yippee I8, followed by Sabanella. Vesterberg is on the inside, and they were followed further back then at the head of the others by Dattell, Lisa Bay and Bay of Sterling. Bit of a star led 5 lengths as they went to the 1,000-metre mark now. From Yippee I8's up second, and Bon Papi in the box seat from Galway Gale. They're followed by Toot Soul, and a length further back in the field then came over on the inside Miss Munda from Sabanella. Then behind those horses came Vesterberg, who got into trouble again there. Bay of Sterling back near the rear on the corner with Dattell. On the turn they raced 550 out. Bit of a star, a length and a half Yippee I8, 2 to Bon Papi on the inside from Galway Gale. Toot Soul still there from Vesterberg. Sabanella hard ridden on the outside from Miss Munda. Then Lisa Bay, Dattell and Bay of Sterling at the 300, and bit of a star clear. Bon Papi now quickly ranging up to it. Galway Gale and Toot Soul coming at them on the outside. Bon Papi dash to the lead. Vesterberg getting a thread through on the inside. Galway Gale and Vesterberg, they're coming at Bon Papi. Bon Papi in front, but Vesterberg's coming home better on the outside. Drew level near the line. Great win, Vesterberg, scores by about a half length. Bon Papi hit away third, Galway Gale from Bay of Sterling, and Dattell, who rattled home from Sabanella. Then came behind them Toot Soul, Lisa Bay, followed by Miss Munda. Then came Bit of a Star, and Yippee I8 pulled up very suddenly about 50 metres from the line.
Well, that was a big run by Vesterberg at 12 to 1 to take out the final event from Bon Papi at 13 to 8 in favourite, and Galway Gale third at 14 to 1. Check of the doubles yesterday from around Australia. The extra double at Flemington on a pair of ones, $3.75. Daily double 2 and 3, $22.70, and the quadrella on 1, 2, 2 and 3, $209.40. In Sydney, the extra double 4 and 2, $17. Daily double 9 and 8, $3.15. The Adelaide extra double 8 and 7, $51.30, and the daily double on 10 and 12, Cannyless taking out the Queen of the South Stakes, $56.70. Provincial racing yesterday was at Moe in Gippsland, 6 and 10 the extra, $100.80. The daily double 10 and 5, $12.65, and the quadrella on 9, 6, 5 and 9, $1,931.30. And that was the way we saw racing yesterday at Flemington. Back to take a look at the greyhound racing action from this week after this break.
Monday night.